How are you tonight? I'm so glad you could stop over. We are just about to get dinner going, and tonight we're fixing taco soup. Yes? Yes? If mommy doesn't make money, then we don't get paid. You want to eat? Huh? Then you better stop barking. Cut it out. Cut it out. Hey! Where'd you come from? I'm so glad you came in. Guess what we're about to fix? This is the biggest, bestest dump and go soup you've ever heard of. So delish. Let's go for it. I am so glad you are cooking with us tonight. Taco soup. Again, I didn't know anything about this recipe. Lived in Texas for 5 or 6 years. Went to a bunco party. And there was this soup sitting in a crockpot. And it was so delicious. And they were serving it with the tortilla chips on the bottom and sour cream on the top and some extra cheese. And I was like, what is going on here? Because it kind of looks like chili, but it kind of doesn't look like chili. And they said, oh, let us introduce you to taco soup. So let me tell you what's in here. There's 2 pounds of hamburger. There's a couple of cloves of garlic. There's a whole onion. There's a can of kidney beans, a can of pinto beans, a can of darker kidney beans. There is a can of ranch style beans, a can of corn, 2 cans of petite diced tomatoes, a can of Rotel, and then there's a packet of ranch style and a packet of taco seasoning. And all of this comes together in the most delicious way. And it doesn't take long at all. And if you have time, if you want to make it in the morning and then take it into work and just leave it on low, you can take it in. We used to take it in for library day at the book fair. And so all the volunteers had something to eat. I mean, this is an amazing dump and go. Seriously, as long as it takes to fry up the hamburger, as long as it takes to make this meal. So let's get it going. Why, Wendy, why are you making soup again? It's even colder than it was last week. It is cold in Florida. It's supposed to get down to 28 degrees tonight. Now, not for a long time, but come on, it's getting cold here in Florida. We're having soup. It's time for soup. We love our soup. We love our soup. Let's make soup. Let's make soup. Let's make it really easy soup that everybody will love. And you can take this places and people will go, what is this? Wait till you share the recipe. All right, let's get started. All right, first things first, we're the realists. First things first, we need to put our ground sirloin and our ground round. I do a mixture of both just because, you know, some of it has a little bit more flavor, fat than the other. And I do like my soups meaty, more meaty than soupy. If you only want one package of hamburger, go for it. I usually do 2. So I've got one that's 90-10 and one that's 85-15. All right. And then we'll turn this on. Get it started. Let me move these aside. Give them that first crumble so they have something to cook against. And then we'll cut our onion. How are you doing today? Good, good, good. Us too. Cannot believe the lovely weather that we're having. It's going to be like this all week, so I have planned a few other soups that will be coming out in the next couple of days. I think we're going to make chicken noodle soup tomorrow with potatoes. And I think we're going to make, I have a ham hock in the freezer, and I thought maybe I would, I bought the beans and some extra ham just in case. And maybe I'd make ham and bean soup with some cornbread. Oh my goodness. Yes, please. All right, how are we doing these onions? Again, it's taco size, so bite size, but smaller, on the smaller side of the bite size, you know? Weather's perfect, doors have been open, dogs have been going in and out all day. It's been lovely. Whoop. It's been lovely. I want to thank everybody for subscribing. Over the weekend, I would go out and tell hubby, like, babe, I got another subscriber. And then a couple hours later, I'd go back in, babe, I got another subscriber. So we went from like 128 to 134 over the weekend. Oh, I have 134 friends. We're going to need a bigger table. I'm so excited. So maybe we will get to that 200 by the end of the year. Wouldn't that be amazing? That would be so amazing. And so thank you for everyone who's shipping this on to their friends and giving it a share and a like and a subscribe. It's amazing. It makes me so happy. Love what you do and the money will follow, right? That was the biggest piece of advice Grandma Hazel gave. That sometimes it's not worth it to chase the money. You got to do what you love. And you know, maybe a cancer diagnosis and getting laid off in May. Maybe that had something to do with it too. Yeah, we said, why don't we do what we love for a while? See how that works. So I'm very, very, very grateful. Thank you guys very much. So this recipe, honestly, you don't drain any of these cans beside me. We're going to open all of them while the hamburger is cooking. And then when the hamburger is brown, you're going to add all of those to it and the 2 seasoning packets. And then you're going to let it simmer for about 20 minutes. While that's going, you can get out your lettuce and your tortilla chips and your sour cream and your cheese. And that's basically what you serve beside it. People can either put the tortilla chips down at the bottom, almost like a cracker, or they can put the tortilla chips to the side. It's delicious. One of our favorites. And you know, especially when the weather gets chilly. I do want to make my chili recipe for you guys as well. How do you guys make your chili? Or do you guys make a version of this taco soup? I said I had never heard of it. Not something that we fixed in Colorado or in Colorado growing up. So it was completely new to me. And I was at least 26 or 27 before I'd ever had it before. Crazy. Let me push this down so you guys can see what we're doing. Let me see what we're doing. So I've got 1 whole onion and the 2 different packs of hamburger, and I'm just going to stir this up just so that the 2 different kinds of hamburger get meshed a little bit. You know how I feel about hamburger. You should leave it alone while it's cooking. Don't touch it because it makes it tough. So let's not bother it as much as we can. All right, well that's going. Did you guys see the picture on the community post? There's nothing like walking into a store and seeing a whole display of McCormick. Anyway, in case they're listening, or in case one of y'all works for McCormick, I'm just going to say, I use it all the time. I'm your girl. I use it for everything, especially this Montreal steak. Give it our 12 signature shakes. And then I am going to cover this and let it do its thing. It'd probably take 5 to 7 minutes for everything to brown up and for the onion to turn transparent. So while that's doing that, I am going to take the opportunity to open each and every one of these cans, not draining them. We don't drain. We're going to dump everything in for this soup. So I will see you in about 5 minutes and all of these will be open and ready. I wish we had smell-o-vision. That onion and hamburger smell. My. It's looking like it's getting close. Maybe 2 more minutes, so we'll be back in a second. So while the onion is finishing up, let's go ahead and add our 2 cloves of garlic. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Hubby came home. Sentiment is the same. What is that smell? It smells so good. And now I'm adding garlic to the mix. Tee-hee. Even better. Okay, we'll stir that together. Delicious. And we're going to give this maybe another 3 minutes just to sit. Let that onion finish getting transparent and tender and ready to eat. So back in 3. Boy, does that smell good. We are ready. Are you ready to watch the dump and go? This is completely dump and go. All right, first things first. Let's take your ranch dressing. And I put my trash can over here on this side, so a lot easier for me. All right, then we've got our taco seasoning. Then you get your can of Rotel. I've got the original tonight. You can even go mild or you can go spicy. 1 jar of petite cut, diced tomatoes. 2 jar petite cut, diced tomatoes. 1 jar whole kernel corn. And now come the beans. I've got a dark kidney, a light kidney, a pinto, and the ranch style, which I believe is the secret. There's something in the flavor of those ranch style beans. Pinto beans. There we go. And those ranch style beans going in. All right, let's give it a stir gently. This will feed a crowd. So 8, 10, you could probably get 10 good servings out of this if you needed to. And we're just going to stir this together. And then we are going to put the lid back on for another 10 to 20 minutes. We want a nice simmer on this. So as soon as I finish folding this all together, we'll put the lid back on. All right, put the lid back on. We'll give it 15 to 20 minutes to come up to a nice simmer. Let everything commiserate, as Papa would say, and we will see you back here in 20 minutes, ready to serve. I wish you had smell-o-vision. Delicious. That is ready to plate up. So let me go call hubby so he can make his bowl, and we'll meet you at the table. Might as well go get your pine grove too. We did it. Taco soup. It's delicious. I can't wait for you to try it. It's a perfect blend of a soup and a stew and like a taco in a bowl. Really appreciate you being here today. Appreciate those likes and those shares and those subscribe buttons. Keep mashing them, man. Keep mashing them. Send them to your friends. I'm so excited. I can't believe there's 134 friends today, and we are just marching forward to that 200 mark. I'm so thrilled. Thank you so much for all your help and your support. Stay tuned for a Zen moment straight from the backyard, Lakeview, and I'm about to dig in. This is delicious. All right, we'll talk to you later, friends. Have a great night. Bye-bye.